Today's video is going to be talking about what helps me keep me reading. Reading has always been more than just a hobby for me. It's a lifeline. Living with cerebral palsy and also with other chronic illnesses and also being immune compromised and also managing sensory processing disorder means that the world doesn't always feel accessible, but books, they always meet me where I'm at. They let me escape, feel seen, and breathe a little easier. Still, as much as I love reading, there are days when even picking up a book feels hard between chronic pain, mental fog, and sensory overwhelm. Staying consistent isn't always easy. I've found ways to make reading possible and to make sharing them help them someone else who feels the exact same. First, I've learned that reading doesn't have to look like everyone else's. I used to feel like I had to read a certain number of pages a day or finish books fast to be a real reader. But the truth is, I'm allowed to move at my own pace. Sometimes I'll read one chapter and take a break for the rest of the day, and other times I read in short periods of time with breaks in between to manage chronic pain or fatigue. The freedom to define reading means for me, whether times through audiobooks or ebooks, even when rereading the same comfort story has made all the difference. Audiobooks have been a huge support, especially when my body just needs to rest. Other days when my hands hurt or may I'll take it easy and let a story keep me busy. I usually pick narrators that I can understand without any thick accents due to my hearing impairment. I sometimes listen while doing light tasks that don't distract me, and for the audiobooks, I read whether I'm in bed or sitting on the couch, and audiobooks help me stay connected to stories even when physically reading isn't an option. That flexibility is something I've come to really appreciate. Another thing that helps is creating calm and cozy reading spaces because I deal with sensory overload. I try to make my space as comfortable and distraction-free as possible. That might mean dimming the lights or having my blanket with me when I feel grounded in my space. My mind is more open to getting lost in a book. I always keep a water bottle next to me so I don't have to get up out of bed for water as often. Drinking water matters more than we think when it comes to focusing, and energy. Community matters too. Beginning part of booktube and having a space where I can talk about books with others has helped me stay motivated even if I'm not reading as quickly and as others. Knowing I'm getting to share my thoughts, connect other favorite characters, or even just say this book helped me today makes reading feel less lonely. I've always stopped putting pressure on myself to finish every book. I allow myself to DNF when something isn't clicking. Reading should never feel like a chore. In the end, what helps me keep reading is grace. Grace is my body, grace is my mind, and grace for my journey. Every book I finish, whether it takes me days or weeks, is a small victory. And even when I can't read, the stories stay with me in my heart, in my imagination, and in the way They help me feel less alone. That's why I keep going, not because I have to, but because stories make me feel alive in a world that sometimes tries to dim my light.
Done. Swipe up. Microphone. Microphone. Fast forward. Transcript. Done. Pause.